dear students, and welcome back to Ms. Zainab's virtual class. Our lesson today is spelling, and we're going to discuss prefixes. It's so simple and easy, and I'm so confident that you will know exactly what prefixes mean by the end of this lesson. So, we are going to discuss the prefix re, un, and dis. Let's move on. Our learning outcomes for today or our objectives are: number one, we're going to read the spelling words correctly. And number two, we're going to create clear sentences. And of course, while we are reading the spelling words, we're going to identify what each prefix is for. Okay, first, let's ask ourselves this question. What is a prefix? A prefix is attached to the beginning of a word. If you see a word attached to another word in the beginning, we call it prefix. Okay? It means it's fixed to the word, but in the beginning. Let's see. As we said, we're going to discuss re, un, and finally dis. In the next slides, I'm going to explain first what each prefix means, and we're going to have two examples, and then I'm going to give you 30 seconds to choose one word and create a sentence. Is that clear? Let's move on. Okay, the first prefix we're going to discuss is re. Re comes in the beginning as the other prefixes, and it means again. Let's see the example so we can understand better. The first example says, Ahmed lost his phone, so I asked him to recall what he last did. Recall means to remember again, okay? Call means to think. In other words, it means to think or to remember. And if we say or add re before the word, it means we are saying remember again, okay? Let's take a look at the second example. We have to rebuild our houses because the hurricane destroyed them. Okay, so in this sentence, we realize that their houses were already built, obviously, and because the hurricane came, it destroyed them, and now they have to build their houses again. Instead of saying build again, we simply add re in the beginning of the word. So it becomes rebuild, okay? And it means build again. Now, I will stop the timer first. We're going to read these words and then I'm going to give you 30 seconds to choose one word and write a sentence using it. So let's see. Number one, refresh. It means freshing something again. Replace, it means to place something again, or it means to exchange something. If I'm going to replace something, it means I'm going to place something else in its place again. Redo, it means I'm going to do something again. And finally, restart means we're going to start again. It's very simple and easy. As we said, re means again. So I'm going to give you 30 seconds in this video, and this time you don't have to pause. It's a competition or a challenge. Let's see if you can write a sentence in 30 seconds. Start. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, time is up. Remember, do not erase the sentence. If you wrote it on a board, leave it there. I'm going to tell you what we're going to do with it at the end. Let's see. The next prefix is un. Un means not or don't. Let's see. For an example, if I say, uncover the hidden box by lifting the fabric, what do I mean? I mean, don't cover the hidden box by lifting the fabric. It means like, do not cover it or lift the fabric to not cover the box, okay? So you see, instead of making the sentence so long and complex, we simply add un to the beginning of the word cover, and it becomes a simpler, shorter word with a long meaning. Again, uncover means do not cover. Let's look at the second example. I drew 2 lines, but they were uneven. Even, if we cover un here, even means straight or that they are similar, okay? If I say uneven, it means they are not even or not similar. Which is easier to say, I drew 2 lines, but they were not similar or not even, or simply just say uneven? Of course, adding a prefix is simpler. Okay, I'll stop the timer again. Now you know what we're going to do. You're going to choose one word and write a sentence using the word. But first, let's read and figure out what they mean. Number 1, unload. 2, unpaid. 3, untrue. 4, untidy. 5, unplanned. As we said again, previously we said that un means not or don't. So here, if I say unload, it means I'm telling someone do not load. It means do not put something in another thing. Number 2, unpaid. It means it's not paid. Number 3, untrue. Again, not true. 4, untidy. It means not tidy. 5, unplanned. It means not planned. You see how simple that is? But it's easier and shorter to add un and say unload rather than saying do not load or not load, okay? I'm going to give you 30 seconds. I want you to choose one of these 5 words and write a sentence. Start. Five, four, three, two, one. Time is up. Remember, do not erase your sentence. I'm going to tell you what we're going to do with it. Let's move on to the last prefix. This prefix is this. When I add this prefix to the beginning of a word, it means that I mean the opposite. If I say I dislike eating mushrooms, it means, what is the opposite of like? Not liking, right? So it means I don't like eating mushrooms. If I say the room is messy and disorder, if I remove this, it means the room is in order. It is neat and organized, correct? But if I add only these 3 letters, I'm going to change the entire meaning and it will mean the opposite. What is the opposite of order? Disorder or not organized. Which is easier to say, and not organized or and disorder? Which is easier over here in the first sentence to say, I do not like eating mushrooms, or I can simply say, I dislike eating mushrooms. You see, we add prefixes because they have big meanings with short spellings. Let's see the next slide. Again, we're going to read more examples with the prefix dis. Here we have only 3. Number 1, displease. Number 2, distrust. Number 3, discolor. So, in number 1, if I say displease, it means that you're not pleasing someone. Instead of pleasing someone, we are doing the opposite. We are doing something that they do not like and it's not making them feel happy. And number 2, distrust. If I say distrust, it means the opposite of trust, which is breaking the trust or lying or anything that means distrust. Number 3, discolor. Of course, we know that color means it's very vibrant, but if I say discolor, it means there is no color. You see how 3 simple letters have big meaning? I'm going to give you 30 seconds to write one sentence using one of these words. Oh, time is up. Okay, and now we are at the end of our lesson. Do you know that we just discussed 20 words with prefixes? Now, you know your 3 sentences that you just wrote. You know what we're going to do with them? We are going to share them in Google Classroom. I want you to go to your classwork and share your 3 sentences under the spelling classwork. And that is it. This was the end of our lesson. Now, do you know what the meaning of prefix is? As we said, prefix comes in the beginning of a word, and although it has only 2 or 3 letters, it has a big meaning with little spelling. Okay, my dear students, that is it. Thank you so much for watching our video for today. Goodbye and keep safe. And remember, if you have any question, do not hesitate to leave them in the comment section below or under the post in Google Classroom. Goodbye.